Morningstar recently warned retirees about something they call the tax torpedo. And no, it's not dramatic. It's simply their way of describing how taxes can quietly surge in retirement, often when people least expect it. Not because they made bad choices, not because they overspent, but because the tax system works differently once retirement income starts flowing. Today, we'll break down what Morningstar means by this in plain English and how retirees can avoid this surprise altogether. Okay, most people enter retirement thinking taxes will finally get simpler. After all, no paycheck, fewer moving parts, fewer decisions. But most of the time, it doesn't work out that way. And many retirees discover the opposite. Suddenly, Social Security becomes partially taxable, required withdrawals appear, Medicare premiums change, didn't see that coming, and small income shifts cause big tax consequences. And it often feels confusing, frustrating, and unpredictable. Now, Morningstar points out that this confusion, keep in mind we're not talking poor planning, is what causes many retirees to pay far more in taxes than necessary. And I'm sure each and every retiree isn't crazy about that. But the good news is this. Once you understand how this works, the stress drops dramatically. Now, let's see how Morningstar addresses this challenging tax issue. Insight number 1, what Morningstar calls the tax torpedo. Morningstar uses the term tax torpedo to describe what happens when a small increase in income causes a much larger increase in taxes. Imagine gently pressing the gas pedal and suddenly the car lunges forward. That's how this feels. Once your income crosses certain levels, a lot more of your Social Security suddenly becomes taxable, almost like falling into a bigger tax bucket overnight. In some cases, up to 85% of your Social Security income becomes exposed to federal taxes. So instead of taxes rising gradually, they jump sharply. This is why retirees often say, I didn't even take that much more, so why did my tax bill spike? That's exactly the tax torpedo effect Morningstar warns about. Insight number 2, why timing beats amount. One of Morningstar's biggest insights is that when you take income often matters more than how much you have. Picture two retirees with similar savings. One withdraws money smoothly over time. The other delays withdrawals, then pulls large chunks later. Same savings, very different tax outcomes. Large withdrawals can push income into higher tax brackets, trigger heavier Social Security taxation, raise Medicare premiums, create multi-year tax ripple effects. Gentler, smoother income flows often lead to calmer taxes. This isn't about clever tricks, it's about rhythm. Insight number 3, RMDs. Predictable doesn't mean unavoidable pain. Required minimum distributions, or RMDs, often frustrate retirees. But Morningstar highlights something important. RMDs are predictable, which makes them plannable. If you know withdrawals are coming at a certain age, you can prepare years ahead by gradually managing income flow. Remember, I said years ahead. That's plenty of time to plan calmly. No need to panic. So take your time, my friend. Think of it like easing downhill rather than slamming the brakes at the bottom. Small steps earlier can prevent big jolts later. Now, insight number 4. The real goal, reducing surprises. The smartest tax planning doesn't aim to beat the system. It aims to reduce shock. When income is smoother, taxes are calmer. When taxes are calmer, your stress drops. And when stress drops, retirement finally feels like retirement. And that's the kind of quiet win that really matters. If this kind of calm clarity is helpful, you'll probably enjoy the rest of the channel. We focus on steady guidance, not hype or fear. Morningstar's deeper message here is powerful. Great retirement planning isn't about chasing higher returns. It's about protecting peace of mind, your peace of mind. Not wondering why taxes suddenly jumped, not scrambling to fix surprises, not worrying about mistakes that could have been avoided. Good planning doesn't necessarily make retirement richer. It makes it smoother. And that's often far more valuable. So, if there's one takeaway today, it's this. The tax torpedo isn't something to fear. It's something to understand. To make it easy, we've added Morningstar's Tax Torpedo resource in the description so you can dig deeper. With calm awareness and thoughtful timing, you can reduce unnecessary taxes, protect your income, and enjoy the steady retirement you worked so hard to build. And that's exactly what Morningstar is encouraging retirees to do. Slow down, plan ahead, and keep retirement peaceful. You've got this. Thanks for watching.